Hey guys, welcome to another recap of American Idol. I gotta start by giving a shout out to Louis90. Dude, you're like totally in my top 10. Alright, so they had the judges walk out like they do every performance show now since they've made it to the top 12. And Randy, Ellen, Simon, and Cara. And then Ryan comes out all by himself because I guess nobody really likes him. Just kidding. Alright, so this is an important week because the people who are in the top 10 are the ones who go out on tour. Not really. Don't they have an alternate anyway? So, like, whoever gets kicked off is probably going to go on tour as well. Stop fooling us, Idol. It's not fun. Alright, Simon and Cara, what the hell is up with them? They used to hate each other, and now they look like every time they look at each other, they want to make out. I think they're in love in a weird sort of Phantom of the Opera, Emmy Rossum way. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I don't like it either. Alright, so the theme this week is any #1 song from the Billboard Top 100. Miley Cyrus is the mentor. Yo, they totally like called me up and they wanted me to be the mentor. I guess they needed someone who knew how to do a stripper dance on a pole on top of an ice cream cart. I guess. So Lee Dewyze was up first and he sang The Letter. He had the brass ensemble on stage with him and the backup singers, and everybody was loving it, but I don't know. To me, it seemed like he got a little bit lost in that whole arrangement of the circus that was going on stage. He was definitely more alive and awake looking, though. That was my main beef with him, is that he looked like he was half asleep all the time. So I guess he's improving. Paige Miles up next with Against All Odds. Whew, it was, to put it kindly, a train wreck. And that's the kind version. I don't know what was going on with her, whether she was still sick, or she was nervous, or she just doesn't know what the hell's going on, or both, or all three. I felt so bad for her, though, because she really had one of the better voices in the competition, and now it's like not looking very good for her this week. Tim Urban up next sang that Queen song, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. His voice is just not suited for superstardom, to put it mildly. I have to agree with Randy. It was bad karaoke. His voice is really thin to sing that song. I mean, come on, that's Freddie Mercury's song. Not anybody, not just anybody can sing that song, so I think that was a bad choice, but I don't think he's got a damn thing to worry about because all the little tweens and teens will be voting him through. Aaron Kelly up next. He sang I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, and I got a little nervous for him because that's a huge song. I mean, that's an Aerosmith song. But I forgot how great Aaron Kelly was, and he's really growing on me. He is like twice as good as Baby A from like 2 years ago. And I mean that, y'all. He was sick this week, so it was a little pitchy, and he's totally crushing on Miley. I mean, he would love to ask her out to go to Disney World or something. Yeah, so he was excellent. He nailed it. What more do you need to know? Except that maybe he just needs to loosen up a little bit because he's still a little slightly deer in the headlights up there. Crystal Bowersox, the powerhouse, was up next singing Me and Bobby McGee. She totally rocked it out. It was amazing. Started out slow and quiet and ended like amazing. Fantastic. Great job, Crystal. One of the best of the night. Maybe one of the best of the season. Michael Lynche up next, When a Man Loves a Woman. I thought he'd really change this one up, but he had the strings and the piano on stage, and it was all very elevatory, and it was good. It was safe. It was also boring. It left me hungry. Like, what else you got? I'm hungry again. Andrew Garcia up next. I heard it through the grapevine. Again, I had high hopes, but it was a bad song choice. I hate to say it was bad, but the performance was so karaoke. I don't know. I don't see him lasting very much longer. I don't think he's going to go this week, but he's not long for the show unless he pulls something together. Even with all of his internet support, I just don't see it happening. All right, so Katie Stevens up next, Big Girls Don't Cry. I think she's headed in the right direction. She's listening to the judges. She changed up her wardrobe. She got some heels. She's got a contemporary song, but it's just not her. I'm not feeling that she's feeling it. So, Casey James up next, Power of Love. Yeah, I have to agree with the judges. He is a phenomenal guitar player. He did a great job with this song. He just seems so disconnected from the audience at times, like he could basically do this in his sleep. I'm not saying he's horrible. His vocals were great, but I'm not getting a connection from him. Didi Benami up next. She's saying You're No Good. This, to me, could have been a really good song choice for her. But I think with her weird voice, coupled with the weird arrangement, two weirds don't make it good. I think if she had just stuck, like if she had a normal voice and she did a weird arrangement, it would have been okay. But to do the weird voice and the weird arrangement, if she had just sang it straight, I think it would have been like a million times better. And they would all have been like, oh, that was genius, that was brilliant. But no, it was just too much. All right, closing the show, Siobhan Magnus, Superstition. Love the original of this song. And I loved her singing it until she threw in that scream at the end. It's getting to be a one-trick pony situation for her, and I hate that she's doing that because she's better than that. She's different every week, but then to put that thing in every week, she hit gold with it that 1 week, like 3 weeks ago. But now it's just getting tired. But I did like her whole new look, which is, I'm hoping, only temporary because I'd like to see her have new looks all the time. But definitely interesting. So tomorrow, Disney invades the studio. Miley Cyrus is going to be there performing. A duet by Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas. And somebody unfortunately has to go home because that's why we show up every week, to send someone home. So till tomorrow night, much love.